know I go by the name Stonebwoy, aka the BHIM Nation President Cha. And I'm on face-to-face on Voxafrica. You know the thing, though. No other replica. One Stonebwoy. Nanwe no cover by you. Nanwe no cover by you. Nanwe no cover by you.
Stonebwoy in the building. He's here. So bless his Imperial Majesty. Stonebwoy. Yes. It's so good to see you. Wow. And you're looking fresh and you're looking absolutely well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us today and letting us know about you. There's a lot we're going to get into today. Yeah. And we're going to just get down and dirty. We're going to get to know you. For those who don't know you, Stonebwoy, get to know this man. You will not be disappointed. I swear, that one. You will not be disappointed at all. Yes. So, Stone, what has been happening with you? Before we get into the past and bring us up to the future, just let us know roughly what's happening with you right about now.
Yeah, man. Life has been happening to me, and I'm really grateful. Yeah, being that over the past years, 10 years plus, I've been very active. You know, on the African music scene, creative art scene, especially from Ghana as a Ghanaian. We've been active. We're doing, putting Ghana, somebody will say, on the map, and putting Ghana in the conversation. I have been active at that as one of the contributors in terms of being a creative, artist scene. So from breaking the rules to doing BHIM Festival at the stadium, Accra Sports Stadium, 60,000 deep, within a 40,000 seater capacity, the biggest stadium in the country, not once, not twice. Elevating the culture and promoting the Afrobeat and dancehall reggae music, which is my core. Like a buffalo soldier, I'm taking all over. I'm gonna take no fear and answer, I'm making a night. You see your brother download it in me folder. We're not afraid of evil, we getting bolder. Me a personal enemies, do them one night. As you know, I am popularly known for pioneering Afro dancehall, which I'm happy to see fly all across now, and all portals and, international media is recognizing a style as Afro dancehall. So I've just been at work personally as well, if I can chip in, whilst also going to school at the same time, solidifying my other end, getting one more degree and a master's, and whilst also being a father to two smarties and being a husband as well. It's just I'm being a people's favorite, and then a Ghanaian star. So I've just been living. So if you do ask me, I'll tell you I'm grateful for life, and I thank God that I'm doing well at it. At least I'm trying, yeah.
But I'm not gonna ignore the fact that you just dusted right over some huge things. Come on, fam. Big sports stadium in Accra. Whether people know or not, it's huge. And as he said, it's one of the biggest. You can't just dust over that. You need your flowers for that.
For real.
10 years in a game and counting more. And more. For those who don't know, Stone did start. Wait.
When I was a teenager, I was just. The last one was the whole stadium as well. Mm-hmm. Another 15 to 20 cap with some high levels of production. So in terms of events, we have just been trying to represent Ghana at that level, because it's very important, and you can only mention a few, maybe just two or one, of such artists who are actually intentional about pushing or breaking the barrier to see a certain kind of outlook for the Ghanaian people as well.
But why is it so important for you to rep Ghana at the level that you're doing it? Why Ghana? A lot of people could easily say that because your music, as you said, is very much from the Caribbean descent, and you're also transcending and touching so many different countries and continents. Why specifically Ghana? Why home?
Ghana is important, and I think identity is key, it is such that I am a Ghanaian, though I am African. Wherever I go, I have to state which part of Africa I am coming from, because a Nigerian would represent for Africa, but as a Nigerian, and Ghanaian too, Kenyan, East Africa, all those, and it comes together collectively to make it beautiful. So I believe that there's a strong need to also have Ghana in the conversation, and like I said earlier on, it is our duty as artists. When I say artists, I don't mean just the individual artist or the performer, but I mean it's supposed to be in your vision line to be part of the conversation. And one, you are not just selling yourself, you're selling your country, you're making a lot of people proud. Being in the industry for a while, I realized how people find a lot of joy in actually knowing that some people, not just me, are representing for them, because they are at home, they watch stuff, they go to concert, they actually support the creative industry. So it's important. If we are not pushing it at this level, at this standard, I believe that people are leaving us behind. And I can be very specific to say that as West Africans even, Nigerians are leaving us behind in several ways, especially in terms of the global outreach, and the exploits. So the least one can do is to feel inspired as fellow Africans are doing it. So why can we not do it? All right. The Burna Boys are selling out stadiums globally. But it's interesting that Burna has not staged a home show, a stadium show in Nigeria yet. And I don't want to dip into that part, because we can discuss and understand the disadvantages that make them not be able to do some things. But to say that these things are being done globally, so what? I also believe personally that is a sign that we can do it outside of our homes.
Solid.
Exactly. So that's just why I see the need for us to also contribute to the narrative so that it becomes more powerful. If we left it to just a group of people, especially the Nigerians, it's going to overwhelm them at a point, in as much as they have the numbers to support it. But imagine if Ghana is doing it, it continues to bring us together and grow the culture, grow the music, grow the ecosystem, transcends into the business, whatever it is, the cultural exchanges, all these ones. So that's why I believe that doing it at this level, taking the sacrifice and taking the thought and the effort is very important for me. It's patriotic for me as a Ghanaian to have this mentality. Yeah.
You talk a lot about I would say climate change and society and the things that affect us as a people in your music a lot.
Yeah.
And you've even gone on to different pages and said that as well, about how you do feel that where people have, spoke about in past years that Nigeria's taken over the scene, in the music scene, and you came across and you was like, squash that. It's not about that. It's about learning from it and working together.
Yes.
So how do you encompass all of that into your music to be able to elevate to the next level of musicians? Because we're not all here tomorrow. How do you do that?
Yeah, it's important to actually get. I think I do that by the fact that I am inspired, by, like you mentioned, if a fellow brother can do it, you also see that's something that is elevating us all, because the progress of a Nigerian is the progress of a Ghanaian. The progress of a Ghanaian is the progress of a Kenyan. Then all together, it is an African progress that crosses outside of Africa and even affects Black people in the diaspora.
Solid, yeah.
You see, and in the Caribbean, you realize that no matter how deep or long we debate it, we are one people that's coming from one place that are spread across the earth. And assuming there's no representation whatsoever at any level, that will make us almost non-existent. So it's important that we capture that essence of existence in my music as well. That's why most often you see that the things I sing is supposed to inspire. It's not only one particular topic of only entertaining the people. We need to educate ourselves through the entertainment, because it's one of the coolest tools or coolest means that we can actually educate ourselves. That's why I believe that when we're all in primary school, we sang the things that they wanted to teach us, or maybe in crèche. Why did they not find any other way but to A for apple, B for... So they're actually teaching you with the music. So it's like it goes easily.
For real.
Exactly. So that's why I believe that we need to also put some consciousness in our music, consciousness in terms of touching base on the climate changes, the social issues, the political issues, as well as the entertainment issues. Yeah.
There's one song that comes to mind right now. I can't remember it the title, but I'm always playing it in my car in particular. And there's that line where you're saying that the teachers are the ones who are having to teach the children, but they're not getting paid. And it's talking about things like that. And those are the kind of things.
African system.
Thank you very much.
I want to know, no. Africa, mama, waiting this up now. In this Ghana system, headmaster till the food for the school feeding. Government no yet pay the teacher, but pressure upon teacher to teach the student. Rasta can go a good school because of the dreadlocks, so you have to go trim them. I'm robbers I take over the street if a boy violate gunshot to be them. Boy, competition full of is a extortion when the preacher man pull up. Woman I sell out them body one way or the other in the name of cook up. Because no money no run, me say poor man picking no go see London. The system they make we weak every day after week till like kingdom come. We they complain too. Who them go turn to? The leader then they try them a lot, giving themselves them they find where they go run to. We they complain too. Who them go turn to? No money now run. Me say poor man picking no go see London. The system they make we weak every day of the week till like kingdom come. We they complain too. So who them will go run to? The leader them they try them a lot, even themselves them they find where they go run to.
Solid. Right? There's so much in that song alone. Even what you just brought out just now. There's so much in it. Like, okay, if we're gonna take it back to, for instance, like when you're in your younger years, growing up with your family and your parents and how they instilled in you. Now, I'm going to talk about stereotypes. We have so many different stereotypes in this world, and one in particular, the music that you do, Afro dancehall, there is a lot of stereotypes.
Yeah, man.
There is a lot of stereotypes, even in the Ghanaian community, about it's off-key, it's wrong, the dreadlocks, it's a dirty society, it's just completely wrong. But just what you've just mentioned, somebody will turn around and say, oh, the music is not about that, the music is not educational, the music is not supporting, etc. How would you look at your background and see how that has had an influence in your music?
Yeah, man, the stereotype is a thing that I came to meet as well. You know, when I started growing dreadlocks, you will look at you at some way. They will look at you some way and then tag you Rasta, or, you know, Rasta is how they term everybody. But it was interesting to know that in as much as, okay, people will see you as like just a weed smoker or a riffraff, you know, or a nobody. I believe because the other classes of people, you know, if I can use class as classism, a doctor would not necessarily carry dreadlocks in our societies, of course. A lawyer will not carry dreadlocks. There's some code of ethics and the way they put themselves together. Mostly you see, excuse my English, you see unsuccessful dreadlocks. So then they're coming across as the negative. As if they're repping for everybody. Yeah, exactly. So I took it upon myself to be a part of the dreadlocks that is not reflecting of the stereotype. It's not reflecting of the more reason for people to continue to put them in a certain bad box, you know, because there were also some Rastas who were clean, who were educated, who were prosperous, who were resourceful, who were hardworking, who had, you can't say the other bad vices about them. Meanwhile, those are the vices that would have become the stereotype on Rastas. Some people don't have Rasta and they don't look like that and they do the same. So, you know, it's just finding your true self. And I find my true self in even the teachings of Rasta, you see, and the lifestyle. And I realized that it's actually the closest to us. because when you left your hair without any, your hair could lock. Not every type of hair locks. So there's energy in our hair. There's all these things that you can read about. But I believe that as time has gone on, people have known the truth. It's just like knowing that Africans don't live on trees. It's just like understanding that, like black is the mother of all, without disrespecting any other. So that is where I think it is now. So for me, I found myself within those, but I was able to follow the path of the, of those that would inspire me the right way. That's why you see, try to chase excellence. Try to do things that will not have them put you in a certain stereotype. Exactly.
So when you started out your music, what was the clicking thing that made you say, I'm going to go into this, and then you come home with it and your parents are like, no child of mine's doing that one. What was that for you? What's all that about? And how did it come about for you that you said, no, I'm going to break out and I'm going to do it irrespective? Or did they even say that to you? Did they even say?
Yeah.
Because it's a typical Ghanaian thing, but...
Yeah, it is. But luckily for me, I think that was right from my home, actually, from inception, because of the church background, and...
No, you can't just skim over things. Church background.
Yeah.
Talk about it. Small.
Okay. Because of the church background, I was born in a home where I consider as a blessed home, whereby you have your mother present, you have your father present, you have your siblings, and it's not just 1, 2, 3, or 4. We are 7. So that's like a whole. It's like a whole team. 5 sisters, 1 brother, 7 of us, and me, including myself, with 2 boys. So we were able to interact and all those ones. So right from the onset, right, we were allowed. We were not timid. But only when along the way, I believe that even in primary school, because we were allowed to express ourselves. Okay. In primary school 4, I formed a group in school. We could sing music. But it was only on the back of the fact that you are doing well in your books.
Okay.
So my headmaster, we would be the first ever musical group to perform at the speech and prize giving day, set by myself and 2 of my friends, with one of my guys who couldn't sing but was like my backup. Me and him actually really formed the group. So from the onset, we were having fun as kids. We were allowed to express ourselves. Then when it really now became an option for me to stay there, that was when I started facing a little bit challenge for my dad. You know what I'm saying?
And what did that challenge look like? Break it down to us, especially for those who are thinking of it and they get in the same kind of environment.
Now you're coming home with, you would have to follow the hustle of that. You see, like...
Sorry, what does hustle mean to you? Because hustle means a lot to so many different people. Right, what does that hustle mean to you?
It will mean that you have to leave home, you have to chase the music, because now you find passion over there more. Right after senior high school, during senior high school 1, I started going on a radio show called Kasahari. Dr. Duncan, actually, he named me Stonebwoy, So he said 1 rude boy, 1 stone boy, because my name is Livingstone. So when I was going on the mic, he was given an opportunity. He asked, and said, they call me Stone. So I said, yeah, because my name is Livingstone. So what do you do? I said, I rap, I sing, I could do some reggae and raga. Then I got at the moment, they were pairing rappers and all. Fortunately for me, they had paired rappers already, and nobody's singing over there. Like rap stuff. So there was one guy who was doing raga stuff. Then luckily I did raga too at the same time. So they paired us. And that was the day that I decided I was going to stay on raga reggae music. Because already
what was that click though that made you say, I'm going to stay on it?
Because that opportunity came and we were live on radio where we had to go freestyle and toe to toe. So in the box that if I say box, I had rap, I had raga, I could do a few things. Really, because growing up, like I said, we were in a home where we were allowed to express our creativity, up until when you became like you want to take it serious and then start to chase it, that became a little problem. So I had learned all those ones along the way. So when the opportunity came in senior high school 1, I hit it, and that was the day I realized that, okay, fine, I'm sticking to, because when I came on radio, that was what they heard me. Okay. That was what I did my first battle with. And I loved it too. The only thing was I was not prepared to go which path. I didn't know which part to go. In SS1, I could just do all stuff. But when I got the radio opportunity that one time, then I decided I'm going to stick it over here. All right. Then I got the opportunity to come back every weekend. And that's how the career literally started in senior high school. Immediately I completed senior high school, we had some buzz already amongst the youth, because just like social media today, once you put something out there, it's everywhere. But that time they got to tune into the radio, and that's what the nation was listening to. So after it was easier for me to have garnished some fans on the road. Now, after senior high school, really and truly, that was where the hustle was, in terms of you having to chase the music, amidst a guy that had an accident coming through, so that was when, if I say hustle, I mean health-wise, because, I have a knee, I have artificial knee, because I had an accident right before I went to senior high school one, I had an accident in junior high school, so all of those. And then the hustle, the home was not stable anymore like it was when we were growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it became a little bit more tough because my dad was on, when the man loses the grip a little bit, things does go some kind of way. And that was where that's the hustle I mean. You feel me? So it was proper hustle from, so man has to hit the road.
So you had to be the man of the house as well?
Absolutely, right from early. And that's the first boy as well. So I focused on the fact that, okay, the only thing left literally for me to hold on to was music at the time. So I'm like, okay, I'm not leaving it. That's the only hustle I got to push right now. So for me, I've always seen music as a gateway, as the only thing that gave me freedom, as the only thing that gave me work to do, as the only thing that gave me occupation. Nonetheless, that's why I've held on to it so hard till this moment.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So then, Stonebwoy is a man.
Boy.
Yeah, boy. Sorry, I'm me with my UK.
But yeah, you can say Stonebwoy still.
Stonebwoy or Stonebwoy.
Now the Jamaicans say boy.
Boy,
So
and I'm gonna say
Stonebwoy,
Stonebwoy because I'm a Londoner. I'm from
Absolutely.
South. Yes.
Yeah.
So Stonebwoy, now Stone Father, Stone Man,
Stone King,
right.
Stone God.
Representing, doing his thing for, as you said, not just Ghana but Africa.
True.
Looking over your past to where you are today, we are in 2026. How do you feel about yourself and where you are in your career?
The word is proud, because when I compare where it all began till now, I am not just only evident about it. I think the world sees, and once you do get spoken to and be told what impact you are actually making. And that moment again, you take that as encouragement and continue to push. So if I look back at where I'm coming from to this point, it never used to be like this. It never used to be like this. And that's why I put that song on my torture too, because I was in a reflective mode. I say, maybe you they wonder if my success is behind, they wonder. Maybe we they wonder why I don't give up easily, not surrender. Maybe we they wonder why on top of the blazing I am sober. If I tell you today my experiences, you go understand. Remember, it never used to be like this. No, it never used to be like this. No, never used to be. Yeah, man. So I'm acknowledging of the fact that it never used to be like this, and things will continue to change for the better if we continue to hustle, to hold on to the purpose, of which we are here, Yeah, man. So it's greatness alone. It's greatness. It's greatness. Like, I'm grateful. I'm glad. Can't blow my horns enough. But so long as people are impacted,
blow them, yes. Blow them. If we can't blow our own horn, who's gonna blow it? But I definitely will blow your horn. I'm always here repping for you because I'm totally all about you.
For real.
But for those people that love you, there's always going to be people that don't love you.
Absolutely.
What would you say about the ones that are not in love with Stone or hate Stone or don't want nothing to do with Stone?
Yeah, I thanks for the opportunity. I've been wanting to say this. People need to understand that I understand that if Stonebwoy was jollof, somebody else got to be wachi. Okay? So the fact that you don't like jollof does not mean that when you see jollof, other people eating jollof, you have to go and box their mouth. It's just as the same way you love your wachi, the guy who loves jollof has to respect you for loving jollof. Because in the end, it is all Ghana food. In the end, we are all musicians. In the end, what? We are doing it for Africa. And in the end, you cannot just be jollof being the only meal for the whole community, society. You see, so you may not love me, but you don't have to hate me. You see what I'm trying to say? If you do have to hate me, may it be, I think you should do yourself a favor and make sure that it is worth it. It is worth your energy. You know, because hate is stronger than, hate is strong. So to hate somebody, you should realize that you're going through too much. You know what I'm saying? So if it is not worth carrying a very toxic poison, you see, it's just like you have poison in your cup. Holding that poison and drinking the poison, carrying it inside of you for somebody, don't do it. And I support the fact that you love wachi and you don't love jollof. Because it's real. Even me, I don't like some type of meal. And I like some type of meal more. You know, we can all coexist nicely and actually support the food industry.
Okay. Okay, what about you personally then? If you are the jollof, you've got jollof, scratch that. You've got, I don't know, you got tuozafi in your mouth.
Yes.
You're the tuozafi
Yes.
and you're walking into a room and you feel that, I'm tuozafi, I'm the one, I'm TZ, I'm all about the gaff.
Yes.
And there's a whole room of wide chair people that are like, okay, we're cool, we like TZ too, but this TZ's coming in a bit strong.
But the thing, okay, I think I get what you mean by we're using the food industry. I think the TZ is only telling you what they believe they are.
Okay.
And there's enough room for everybody to speak their truths. Two truths can be true at the same time.
Okay.
Right? Two things can be true at the same time. So it can be true that the Tozafi is top. And it can also be true that the water is top. Food industry is booming.
So there's room at the top for everybody.
Food industry is booming.
Everybody can eat at the same table.
And if we can, and also that is where we have to actually, for the love of the food industry, have some peaceful heart and have some progressive conversations about which one is. That is where we start to use indices. That's where we start to break things down and see, of course, how many people or how many lives TZ have changed, and how many lives Jollof has changed. Then we can be able to progress the conversation into trying to find, if you want to find things that make them unique or separate them, you can find a whole lot. And then you'll be able to place it because, you'll be able to place who you need to place where or what food you need to place where. And that's it. Because many a times it's like that. Sometimes what Tuozafi can satisfy, Jollof will not satisfy that.
Speak it.
Sometimes where Jollof can satisfy, Tuozafi will not satisfy that. I would prefer to eat Tuozafi before I eat a Jollof. Somebody would prefer to eat Jollof before they eat Tuozafi. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, in terms. So for me, I don't see I see uniqueness, you see, because that's just me. So anybody who has to forcefully hate. I think what we have in our industry, to be very honest, is the forced hate. That's what I believe you want to speak about.
Well, if you want to talk about it, you can talk about it.
I want to go on that tangent because it's important too. There's a lot of forced hate in our industry, not only in Ghana, and I think it's something that saddens me, you see. Like, we don't have to forcefully buy hate for others. You don't have to buy hate. Let the work just go. People would hate each other irrespective, because you see sometimes you go into rooms, right? You don't hate nobody in the room. You don't know nobody in the room, but even energies do speak. So people relate to different things irrespective. But to be conscious unintentional about buying hate for others, I think is a level of evil. Yes, in the industry, and it doesn't have to be working like that.
It doesn't
because
need to.
everybody wants to survive. So let's respect the fact that as much as you want to win, somebody also has the right to also win. You know, so
Active,
yeah, man.
100. I want to ask about something a little bit more positive, in the sense of Nsawam Prison concert. Break it down for us. Why there? Why that prison? What was your best parts about it, and what was it for you?
Nsawam Prison is actually one of the oldest, or the biggest, because it was built to be big enough to accommodate, built somewhere in 1960. It is one of the most populous names that you can hear in terms of prison. It's just like maybe Nigeria will be Kirikiri Prison. I've heard Kirikiri. I don't know if that's the most populous, but if I have heard it, I can compare to in terms of popularity. Nsawam. It's like, well, if you mention Nsawam, sometimes prison comes to mind before people realize it's another city.
Area, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's an area where the prison is built. You see, so thing is, growing up as a shaman boy, Ashama is hood. Ashama is where things happen. A lot of people will go to jail from Ashama. And like I was saying 2 days ago when I visited there, every time when I go there, I see a childhood friend in jail. Not like, and I think altogether I would have been there like 5 times with the last one, because I had a relative who I'd had to sort out, one time. So it took me there like 2-3 times. And then the very first time was me and a team of musicians, senior artist, Black Rasta, who went to perform for the inmates. That would have been my very first time.
Love you all, my brothers. God bless you so much, my brothers.
One thing I know is that if not for the favor of God and the different in plan, I'm not different from all of those my brethren who would have gone to jail once upon a time. 2 of my bodyguards, who are my bodyguards, they've been to jail. So jail is close to all of us. Yeah. It just takes a moment where you're on the other side of the law and you are there. So,
but may I just also interject as well and say that the how do you say it? The social environment in Ghana, in terms of people going to jail, doesn't mean that you're a bad breed or anything like that. Some people are going to jail for the simplest of things, where it could be you were caught stealing a phone or things like that, or insulting somebody. It doesn't mean that you're
perfect. That's what I'm saying. On the other side of the law, right? That's why it's like many of us sin every day. Many of us do stuff every day. Maybe it's stuff that we don't even know that if it's measured in the law with the law ruler, you could get some fine or some sentence, amongst which you have to choose one that qualifies for your stuff. So I have a soft heart for my brothers and sisters, especially my brothers in the Nsawam medium security, So from time to time, I do well to go and visit. I've always had a plan that, God help me, I want to put up a studio in the place, so that those that have talent, and which they are, can also find time to be doing music alongside. And it will be more, it will work now more than ever, where they can release music, because Nsawam Prison actually has a university. People go to school over there, people graduate from there. It's just like a whole community on its own. So it touches my heart to always reach out to the brethren behind the walls, because they're not allowed to come out. That's the purpose of why they're there. It's a different lifestyle over there, which I think is not everybody can even survive it for a week or 2 days or whatsoever. Because even in our homes, like I said the other day, even sometimes you're in your home and you're outside safe. Like, it's not easy for you. How much more you being confined in one particular place within certain limits. So my prayers are with them. My heart is with them. I never go without thinking about, I try to, like you're saying, this is what I love to do. I try to always, use our capacity as we are right now to merge with state agencies to be able to be, to perform some civic duties which will go a long way to leave impacts, and that makes me feel fulfilled.
What other agencies are you doing stuff with? I mean, I've had the honour of and privilege. I would say it's a definite honour and privilege of going to Nsawam and being amongst artists and who did the performances. And my takeaway was just, I was enamoured of the fact, the amount of people that are there. Like, I was gobsmacked. I was absolutely gobsmacked. But for you as an artist, I'm not an artist, no way. But you as an artist, going there, your main reason for going there was
to visit my people.
And did you feel that you took away something that will help you on your next journey of what you're doing?
Instantly. Okay. Instantly, because you see, you can hear about something, and maybe when time passes by a little bit, you forget how serious it is. It's like, don't do this. Oh, okay. But when you are faced with the reality of it, then you realize that you have to jack up. Because per another visit, you see, you realize that it is real. It is real. Where, except the Lord does not grab you, you are going to face such. And there are innocent people in there as well. And there are people who have actually committed what they did, maybe out of ignorance, maybe out of anger, out of rage. I visited the condemned cells where those guys are not supposed to. And
how did that make you feel seeing that? Because that one's nothing can prepare you for that at all. That one.
That is where you see that humans, we are pathetic. Like, you see, maybe it can take only somebody who is very evil-hearted, you see, to not feel anything. Because the thing is, I can say it this way, because maybe I was not there when the person committed whatever crime they did. So I will also understand somebody who would not be forgiven based on it is them that has happened to. You feel me? Like, let's say somebody, for example, somebody murders your relative, your brother, your sister. There's that pain that would hardly go away when you meet the person. And prison terms will not be even enough for you to wish on the person who killed. Yes. But for me, who was a bystander, a bystander, seeing the whole situation right there, like, it's sad sometimes, especially for those who would have done stuff out of ignorance, or out of mistakes, or out of just sheer bad luck, hard luck and all of those ones. It's important. It touches my heart that this bridging is not going to leave the way I come and I leave. I just wish them more strength. It's not easy. I pray for them, because all souls are equal in the eyes of God, and we are all sinners, in the sight of God. So we just pray for favor, and I learn a lot. It teaches me to be more patient, more human, more calm in my decision making, especially when, in terms of, you comport yourself, you find your way. And naturally I'm like that anyway, so it just grinds me more.
So Mr. Humanitarian, and I'm going to call you a humanitarian, blatantly 100%, because you are. In the work that you do, not just in the day-to-day stuff, because when Stone's not just in the studio, at home, or on the stage, he is doing other stuff. That's why I said, get to know Stone, man. Get to know him. But anyway, yes, Mr. Humanitarian. How do you balance that work life, home life, life, and everything that you see, conjuring it up, putting your music out there? I mean, in recent tweets and messages people have seen, like, even your wife has, directed your music and she's been a part of it. Your children, you don't hide or shy away from having children and showing your family network. But how do you put in the balance? How does one Stonebwoy find the time to balance, even in the head, and just conjuring it up in the life?
It's really not easy, and I believe that is what makes us live. I think that is what we live for, you see. So it's not like I'm living another life or there's another life elsewhere for me in the carnal realm where I should have been doing this, but I find the time to do this. This is what I'm supposed to do. You're supposed to work hard, touch other people, touch yourself, touch your home, touch your surrounding whilst you move. So I'm only always grateful to be able to find the strength, the mental strength, the physical strength to do that. And as all humans, we all must find time to rest and sleep.
Do you really though?
That's what I was about to say. Some people sleep 4 hours, 5 hours. Some people's body clocks have long been crushed. It is not working anymore. I'm one of those people. My clock is gone anti-clockwise. So as and when I find some rest, I take it. But when I find work, I take it too. So we're just praying for God's favor, God's strength, to be able to just live, because that is what we live for. One of the agencies I partnered with, not quite last week, we're going to formalize the ambassadorial announcement, is NADMO, National Disaster Management Organization, to also actually preach preparedness and prevention to the people, because it's not easy to see people lose property and lives and all of those ones. We all have to. Many of these things stem from lack of knowledge. It's stem from lack of enough publicity. So that's why, like I told you already, like, what would I use the credit that I'm getting for? You see, the music, by virtue of my work, is not only touching the people, it's also giving me a residual income, which is credibility. So what would I be using that credibility for, that influence for, if I'm not channeling it back into actually service? Exactly. Whilst I also manage to live my life anyway, family, etc.
Do you get the time to spend with family as much as you like to, though?
If I had too much time as well, it would be boring. So you just balance it in between. Okay. One thing I love to do with my kids is, from time to time, they catch me and I swim with them. I don't even know how to swim proper. They know how to swim. So I'll be in the pool, like whatever. I love to spend time with them then. And I can trust that they are adjusting already, because these ones are with me they speak with me, and they have that liberty, and I've actually opened up like that, so that it makes up for only your physical presence. So I could be anywhere and talking to them on phone. You see what I'm saying? And then immediately I get back and I have some physical time. We are running things out. Most often they are going to school. When they come back and I'm going somewhere else, you're going out again. I say, yeah, you too, you went to school, me too, I have to go out. So that's one of the tricks that I play them with. Especially both of them, they come at me and say, but Daddy, where are you going again? I said, yeah, but you also went out. You see, you have gone out to school, you spent all these hours. Sometimes I tell them, me, I've been home. Meanwhile, I've gone out like twice or something. I've been home, I now have to go. You guys go in the day, I go in the night. So I think that so far, they are 8 and 7. They kids of today, 8 and 7.
They know a lot.
They can hear and know something. So I've not hidden anything from them in terms of stuff that they got to know about me, about work. And so they are aware. Sometimes I'm amazed how they understand what it is. Sometimes they help me pick my clothes. When I'm about to move, immediately they ask, can I help you with, is there something I can help you with? Both of them, my daughter and my son. This one goes and says, especially my daughter, she feels like she's a stylist. Because I think this is cool. Daddy, how about this one, how about that one? So already they are working. I think already they are contributing to me having to, and they understand. So they are not draining from me. They're actually contributing the little they can and being understanding. Right. So when I find some window, I'm always with them.
So in terms of like your children, like we've seen your daughter singing your music, knowing the lyrics, going back and forth. Do they fully understand the lyrics, and is it something that you take them on board with? Do they influence your music when you're writing it? Because there's a lot going on with your music.
In terms of considering them as a part of my life, yes, of course. Because once upon a time I didn't have kids, I realized how I would have said some things somehow. Good that I am actually, I've always been very clinical with my finishing in terms of what to say and how to say it, not loosely, because you know that kids will be listening too, and they'll grow up on that too. I can't be saying anything anyhow. You know, I need to pattern it well, and that's how it makes you know that kids would relate to your music. So this even reminds me, once upon a time, I think I won Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards in LA. Yes. Yeah. And I think that justifies it, that I'm always conscious about how to say what and make music that even kids can relate to and adults can also relate to, in that way.
Wow. Like, seriously, sitting here talking about your music right now in 2026 is got me reflecting on a lot of stuff, on where you've come from, knowing you for so long, and all your ins and outs. And seriously, it is great to see your journey. It really, really is. And to hear your latest body of work that has come about, that is out and is there, plus obviously what you touched down last year. Break it down on why you felt the need to drop last year and then drop again this year, because you had Up and Running. Now we've got Torture.
Yes,
Bew too.
Yeah, man.
Yes. So break it down.
Yeah, man. The Torture series is one of the arms that I've
Series?
Yeah, I call it series because Torture 3 can come tomorrow. You know?
Okay.
So it's going to be Torture 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to whatever, because I realized that I found a niche off of the torture. You know, I just decided it's just like a branch that is grown out of my creativity.
Okay.
Where I'm glad to have found a certain series title for it, because when you take the torture songs, you realize that these are even personal stories that I'm speaking about that people can relate to. Like, these songs are not directed to be commercial. Neither are they directed to be like underground. But they're supposed to just speak to individuals who can relate directly. And of course, you know, when that happens, then everybody can relate, because we're humans, we can catch the topic. But I'm speaking from personal lessons, you know, that and experiences. Like, I'm speaking to real life issues. I'm not speaking about party. I'm not speaking about party. I'm speaking inspiration. I'm speaking real life talk. That's what the Torture series has. So we have the Torture 1, which had the Torture song on it, you know, which had other songs too. Don't see me like a fool because I don't do giddy giddy giddy, you know. So you see, it's danceable, but I just told you don't see me like a fool because I don't do giddy giddy. You see, you sing and dance with it, but you don't.
Well, it's normal.
You might hardly realize I'm telling you, boy, don't see me like a fool because I don't chat. But it's all over. Everybody, don't see me like a fool. We're jamming to it, but we're being jamming, like, yeah, man. So that's the kind of vibe I'm putting into the Torture series, you feel me? Where, you know, it's like more conscious kind of music. The message is deep. And then when you come to Torture 2, which I released 6 months after, exclusively on Even, there's a teaser of one of the songs that's like, that I did a freestyle of one earlier, which is Never Used to Be Like This. There's one that's called Blood Don't Make Family, BDMF. It's like banging. Wilderness is that. No matter how many more, how many less, how many times I got to go to the wilderness to get to me, if you go to God first. To get to me, if you go to God first. He has his own stories and blood on my family, loyalty and true love. Just like I did wish for myself, I wish it for you, I wish it for you. Your worst enemy could be your best friend. You know, real life chat. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so Torture 2 is out exclusively, but it's going to be out on all DSPs soon.
ASAP. But probably even right now while they're watching this, it's out.
It's definitely not out, I can tell you. Okay, maybe by the time they watch, whenever it is, but it's going to be out. Yeah, it's going to be out.
But why Torture? Why that title, Torture?
Torture because
I saw the artwork, I saw the title name, and I was like, wait, what's going on here? Yeah. So break it down.
You see, we continue to find ourselves as the day goes by, you know, and I believe that I'm a torchbearer. And there's a lot of fire burning inside of me, so I bear the torch like TORCHER. I'm a torch bearer, you know. And it's just interesting that torture as well, you know, torture, TORTURE.
Oh, okay.
It sounds, torture and torture. So the torture bears the torch, and the torch can cause some torture on, all bad vibes or negative energy and all of those ones. So definitely, I'm living in my torture era.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
A lot of people have gone to platforms and they've broken down what they believe you're saying in the whole torture EP and why torture, etc. From your airway roots, etc. From your mouth.
Yeah.
Break it down for us.
For a song, Namadeka, Diakaneva, Amakeda Lakpani, Nanamana Uba, Yanagadama, Adamasaba Uba, Yenya Dagofana, Namadeka, Diakaneva, Amakeda Lakpani, Nanama in the morning, Nanama in the evening. But I live up my life and I make my money, me no worry about anybody. Don't see me like a fool because I don't do giddy. It's just self-explanatory. And many of the breakdowns they done is correct. It's accurate because it's like
break down the airway
translating the airway. It goes like, if anybody dares, let them come. Okay. Who be lying to them? Don't lie to yourself. If you really believe it's you want to dare me, come. And I'm relating it to, listen, you can't tear me down, bro. Like, and this goes for all of us because people can relate to these things. Like, for how far I've come, bro, no. Like, for how far I've come, failure is even success to me. Failure is success to me. So I can't see failure. That's just how it is. Because for he who has tried, you cannot compare that with he who is complaining and is just sitting over there. And I have a belief that for how long I've been and how strong I've stayed, nobody can. All I need is positivity as a torture. You feel me? So as a torture, I'm on a torture. Oil on my head and fire in my eyes, I'm a torture. A fireman I burn every day of my life, I'm a torture. In a million ways, them flee when them buck up in a torture. Cause them I get torture. You get it?
There's some silent messages in there.
And that is the track one of the torture. Yeah. So when they meet the torture, they flee in a million ways. And I'm a Bible-believing person, So the Bible tells you that they come one way, a million ways they flee. So that's why I say, in a million ways they flee when they meet the torture because they get tortured, And then I said, my success, I make them feel about a torture. If me no them no nyam, them a vulture. Because vultures nyam. I confess school them youth like a lecture. Crack up them skull and bow sit up in at the center. Jaja, my father, because of me the enemy them turn friend. Them gather round to try to put off my flame. You see the flame of the torture. But poverty and death I go find them, me I want them. Because what? Obviously them knows them they carry fire. Because if you don't carry fire on your head, you don't get the fight. So this is like inspiring a whole generation with conscious music.
Okay.
And that's what the torture is doing. You see it? So the torture too, crazy ones. So you get so many times, me head I get after many times that I feel like Jackpa go Sakpa, but I never know Kappa last night, I no eat no supper. And every day I will see there, we no stay off, or until my God don't pay off. Focus, we no stay off. Our eye overread and we no play rough. I want to know why Jaja bless we naturally, but when we look on the standard of living, people are suffer and bleed. And government have the money and things, but they never watch with them, love to see we bleed. Them no give a F about no same party. Every party just they do the same thing. No. When me look on the wickedness that is in a mankind, oh Jah, that make me know say people are evil and unkind. Because father I kill son and son I kill father. Politician, them a thief and murder, and every other day them a make life harder. You see me? That's the torture for you, So it's time we have to breathe. I believe that this is time. The consciousness has to be in the music because music is where sounds and power. And to be chosen as a vessel to speak, you have to do your purpose. And for me, I'm living my purpose as a torture. Maybe another time I give you some love song you can deal with. Love is a part of the situation. But the torture series, more fire burning, And that's why we're taking it all the way from Ghana right here into UK.
I'm kind of side-eyeing you a bit in some of the stuff you're saying, because I'm like, wait, especially you just dropped just now. I'm like, are you trying to send a message to somebody? Are you saying something? You're talking about politics.
Yeah.
But I'm not even going to go into that about that.
No, I'm not going to even deep into it that deep. But me, I've been a conscious social activist from time. When I sang, tell me where we going to wrong after making our motherland a better place to live. That's in 2013. So if a Stonebwoy drops another bar and say politician, the Matifa murder, people, they're signing for people to go to war. Bombs are dropped, people are dying. That's murder. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I can speak to the consciousness and let the music conscientize the people. So, you know.
Using your platform to do that. No, exactly. I hear that. For real. Now, on your platform, fam, very excited about this. You have announced that you are doing a huge, and I'm going to say huge, show in the UK. You are, correct me if I'm wrong, no, I'm definitely not wrong. You are the first Ghanaian, because there's going to be many others that are going to follow after you.
Absolutely.
That is
just like we are followed after many others as well, you know?
Speak it.
Absolutely.
You are doing the OVO Arena.
Mad.
This year. That is mad.
Mad.
That is mad. Why there? What's going on? Like, what are you going to bring us? Give us some info.
Well, we're going to bring you sweet music, conscious music, torture music, love music, fire music, you know?
Torture.
Proper representation of the blend of Afrobeats, reggae, dancehall, you know, high life music, which I call Afro dancehall music, with all that from Ghana, the Gold Coast, the center of the world, the Black Stars, you know, choking up the OVO Arena Wembley. It is, I believe it is long overdue that this should have happened, you know, already, where it is just like bringing people together in their numbers. So for me, the only difference is the numbers, because these endeavors have always been done. But it's like you do 1,000, you do a 2,000, you do, but when you're doing a 12,000, you're doing a 6,000, you're doing a 8,000, all them is just is the numbers. And then it's a presentation of how you want to present the craft to them. And I think a Stonebwoy has shown and proven over the years, especially last 5, 6, 7 years, that listen, when it comes to the presentation of the African music, you know, where Ghana is involved, I, as one of the participants, you know, or the contributors, I'm ready and willing to match on any stage in the world to represent Ghana in Africa. So I believe that OVO Arena Wembley is not going to be left out. One day it's going to be somewhere else, bigger or mightier. That is also monumental to the culture. So that's just why Hera Torin and myself, you know, she's a pioneer at that. When I reached out to her and actually managed to convince her that we can get on this journey, she also supported and said, let's crack it, you know, so that we can also have specifically Ghana contributing to the narrative as well, and being a part of the bigger stories outside of Ghana, you know. So
are you going to give us a taste of BHIM Festival Ghana style?
Which is right.
Are you going to do a little something?
Yeah, a little something and a little more in BHIM Fest. So that's why we had to.
Wait, you're going to do the whole. Oh wait, BHIM Fest.
Yes, BHIM Fest 20. Yeah, man, it's actually dubbed BHIM Fest 26 in the UK. You don't know. So knowing what BHIM Fest represents, which is actually bringing music of black origin together, as far as I'm concerned, in my you know, dancehall, reggae. You know, we fly Caribbean artists, especially specifically Jamaican superstars, to Ghana. And so we're looking to, this is like BHIM Fest as usual, Stonebwoy and friends. You know, last year in Ghana, we had P Square legend, P Square come through. We had Fantan Moja from the reggae aspect come through. Years before, we've had Spraga Benz, we've had Beanie Man, we've had Morgan Heritage, we've had Busy Signal, we have Josh Jamil, we've had Tentic. Like, it's just like a one-stop, you know. We have Spice come through. So you can imagine that energy needs to come closer to the West. you know, and we've been at it for 10 years in Ghana, which is matured enough to be able to push it through and through over here, irrespective of the difficulties and all of that. We are happy that we believe that the time is now and the time is right for us to try to push, because if you don't try, you don't even know how it goes. But this time, we believe that we are not just trying, but we are actually daring to make statements to have the Ghanaian representation also as part of the African. We can't just leave it to the Nigerians, you know. It's going to overwhelm them. We can't leave it to the East African.
Overwhelm everybody, yes, with your performance. Overwhelm everybody with your show, yes. Overwhelm them. I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm deep in it. Like, all the names you've just mentioned, like, they're just a taster of what you've done in the past in Ghana and what you could taste to bring into the UK. And someone like me that grew up with names like Spragga Benz and all of them man there, like I grew up in the reggae area. So us South Londoners, we're already like, you want us to come to Arena Wembley, like, but now you're giving me the reason to say I'm coming, fam. Well, for real. Obviously for you, but definitely names like that, how can we not be there? So we're gonna rep.
Yeah, man. And also, I think I can drop the surprise over here. Come the 15th of August, we're going to bring you Ghanaian high life combination with, you see, all the influences that are major in my career. We're going to make sure we put them on that stage that day. And you guys know how we do. Like, let's not, you told me, let's blow the horns. Like, you see, when you can mention Stonebwoy as one of the best performers from Africa, you know that. So your money is guaranteed. We will charge you cheap, safe. And you should be happy and you should thank Big Madam Abiba. She cut him down. You supposed to pay better for waiting.
You're going to rep it and you're going to do
I'm even looking forward to the performance.
Oh, say swear.
Believe me, when I sit back and I watch the shows that we put on, the stadium shows, and I see I'm dreading what the whole team is gonna put together, what experience they're gonna give. Imagine chilling with high life music proper from somebody like, I'm not gonna mention name. Some of your favorite high life. Imagine not one name, not two, at least three of those. That's going to bring our grandmothers outside of their rooms. Plus the new school in between that. So I believe me, I'm really grateful. There's a lot of prospects to this, and what we seek from the populace is to just patronize, and they're not going to waste their time, neither are they going to waste their monies.
So if you haven't got your tickets, get them now. Get them now.
www.stonebwoy.live. You know, and you're gonna get the the sites out there with AXS.com. All right.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Right.
All the details.
And Coco Buy, and and you will find it. Please
all
find
I say
it.
Is get those tickets.
Please find the internet is cheap abroad. Find it.
Yeah, definitely. Last thing I just want you to say briefly to everybody before we go is BHIM. I know I said it at the top. BHIM. Why BHIM, and what does BHIM mean to you?
Well, BHIM is my heartbeat. You know, when I found BHIM, when it came to me as a sound, I know it's coming from, the sources that have made that have blessed me, that has given me the gift. So when I heard BHIM, it's like, okay, fine. After 2 songs, people started just calling me BHIM. Then I got the voice to actually put a meaning to it. One thing I can never stop doing is thanking God. So I say, bless His Imperial Majesty. His Imperial Majesty is the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, God the Creator, His Imperial Majesty. So that's just how BHIM describes, and it goes BHIM, BHIM. So that's like kind of one of the tattoos I got on me, and my nation is BHIM Nation. So my nation blesses God. And BHIM Nation is worldwide, is global. It's like, shout outs to all my BHIM natives. I know numbers are going to troop in from all across the world to come to the UK on the 15th of August so that we can celebrate excellence of music of black origin, talking about Afro dancehall, Afro beats, high life music, reggae music, soca music, amapiano music. Bro, tend to my lover, feel like, and give me the melody, mama, soon see, just give me the money, make I go my bag of hit songs, them, Make sure. I gave my heart to you. You thought I'd lose a screw, yeah. Nation me cranny say we got, the vibes. Make sure I don't pull up, No matter I can never, Mad thing. It's gonna be mad.
Stone, thank you so much. I seriously mean it. As always, it's always beautiful joining up and linking up with you. Thank you so much. For those of you who didn't know Stone, I hope you've got to know him a bit more. And if you feel you need more, go and do your research. Yeah, Stone is there for everybody. Go on. Do your thing. Remember, Torture 2.
Yeah, man, Torture 2, get it now. It's out there.
Get that ticket for OVO and buy one for your brethren and your brethren and your brethren, yeah? Because we've got to be there because it's going to be
all I'm yacht, man, there. Make sure on the rollout. I don't know the thing.
If you don't believe me, go and do your research and find out and you see it because it's not going to disappoint. I know this on God. So, Stone, thank you.
You don't know who's going to be there, though. Believe. Believe and receive the anointing. You get me? Torture season. Every torture. Big up on yourself, you know?
Yes.